Giornata, Fatto, Mano. This wine is a part of our small series of wines. Expect sediment, bottle variation, and an interesting and unusual experience. Without risk, there can rarely be brilliance. Buyer beware. So wines have been made in amphora pretty much since the dawn of time. So these clay vessels have been used for fermentation, storage, transport, and even consumption since the dawn of winemaking. So you think back to the Egyptians and the Romans and all that stuff. So well before barrels. So barrels, have been around a few hundred years, and amphoras many thousands of years. So it's been a really fun development to be able to work with these clay vessels. So they're made out of terracotta clay. So at Giornata, we got our first amphora 10 years ago, and we've used them exclusively for making white wines on the skins. So part of our Fatto and Mano series, which we're just releasing, modern white wines are typically pressed right away. The juice comes off, it's fermented, and there's little to no contact with the skins of the grapes. So with the orange wines, is what they're called, the grapes are in contact with the skins and fermented for a period of a few days up to much longer. We typically ferment for a couple months on the skins. So what you get is a lot of flavor, color, even tannin from the wine skins. So more typical of what you'd find with a red wine. You're really tasting the true flavors of that grape variety. So when you have a red wine, you taste the skins and the pulp and the juice. With this white wine made on the skins, the orange wines, it's the same thing. You're really tasting the true essence of what that grape's all about, which is really fascinating. And we make 6 of these wines. We made 6 of these wines this year that all have contact with the skins, and I think they're really fascinating to taste and kind of give you a different perspective on what these grape varieties truly taste like. We pull it out of the amphora, we press it. The wine goes back into the amphora for a few more months. From there, we use gravity to fill bottles. There's no filtration, no fining, no additives. The wines are made with native fermentation, so we don't add any selected yeast. It's just the yeast that comes in from the field. And then we bottle the wines without any additions. Everything's done by hand. The packaging, the labeling, the designs were all created by a friend of mine, each individual to each wine. So Fatto Mano means handmade. So from beginning to end, this is truly a handmade process, completely natural, nothing added, nothing taken away from these wines. So, very pure expression of the 6 different grape varieties that we're working with here.